by land to Perth. By sea to Perth. By air to Perth. Perth, city on the Swan. Charm and glamour mark an appeal that is distinctive of the capital of Western Australia. A river setting of unusual scenic beauty to a backdrop of clean, rising buildings. The flow of progress is inspired by an upsurge of town and industrial development. On the esplanade, a touch of the artist and gardener where ferries ply their call. New trends encroach upon the changing scene of colonial days. But it may still be logical to transact business in an office along St Georges Terrace as it was 100 years ago. The Tudoresque facade of London Court is unique in Australia, transporting one to an Elizabethan scene. Nearby loom the tall steel and glass structures that are of the present time, a period of discerning change with splashes of natural beauty that creates the garden in the city. Tree-lined avenues induce the restfulness of a shading foliage. In this mosaic of urban development, there are features of an insatiable civic pride. An older, grandiose architecture harmonizes with the simple, fresh lines of the new structures, accentuating an effect of functional efficiency. The General Post Office, symbol of a worldwide integrated system of communications serving government, industry, press and people. Time and distance are shrunk by radio telephone. Linking city and suburb, postal services are handled to match the needs of the traffic. Deliveries to suburban homes are accompanied with friendliness and goodwill, an exercise of mutual feeling that may well become accepted from the canine point of view. The prompt delivery of mail to factories and organizations, spread out in keeping with a policy of decentralization, preserves their close business connections with the city. The wheels of industry grind smoothly and often colorfully in producing the needs of a city, a flow of manufactures in continuous supply. China clay, spun and shaped expertly, is glazed into beautiful porcelain ware. Domestic pottery, one of the oldest of craft industries, is factory produced today. Traditionally famous too is the fine woodworking craftsmanship of period furniture. A Victorian buhl cabinet with its serpentine adornment is in rare distinction with modern design. Contemporary household furniture, by contrast, is the efficient product of plastics and metals that evoke color and gaiety. It's Friday evening, the welcome end of a working week. Factory personnel leave the production lines and the industrial scene well behind them. City workers augment the throng, eagerly anticipating the two-day break. Vehicles on the move gather in density as a mass exodus gets underway. It's hurry, hurry, hurry for everybody. Handy and efficient public transport threads its way along a network of routes. Rail buses reach out to the more distant country locations. By road and rail, the volume filters out to the suburbs, a surging mass of peak hour traffic that moves in unrestricted flow along modern public highways, over bridges that span the waterways of the Canning and Swan Rivers. The slim and graceful lines of the Narrows Bridge impressively link up with the superbly planned approaches. And finally, it's home. To the easy comforts that provide a sanctuary away from it all. Imposing blocks of flats in the environs are for elderly folk. Come Saturday, when the fun and pleasure of sport erupts upon the scene. Football fans gather in force, alert to every movement of a thrilling national code, Australian rules. In summer on the green swards, it's cricket. Cricket, a way of life in Commonwealth countries. Ideal conditions are an invitation to outdoor sport, a felicitous combination of climate and facilities that favours the staging of major international events. Eights on the river, traditional favourite with schools and university oarsmen. Motor racing, adapted generously to the open spaces. A privilege of the devotees of speed enjoyed in the comparative safety of the circuit. Champions of the turf are the punter's preoccupation. The drama of racing colours and bloodstock. Water skiers gather momentum as a prelude to spectacular fun. Wide smoothly ashore in a quiet reach of the river. Novelty and brilliance of the marching girls. Placid tastes discover a pretty complement to solitude in the heart of a city. Elderly and young take advantage of the delightful park air. Wildfowl and ducks make Hyde Park their chosen habitat. A flashback in enchantment is the old mill at South Perth, now a veritable museum of preserved exhibits. Princess May Drive through Kings Park glimpses views of city and river. A path calculated to draw the visitor to a notably charming conclusion, the garden setting of the University of Western Australia, enriched by the character of buildings reminiscent of a Spanish Renaissance era, hallowed by a marble of Socrates. "32 miles from Perth is Yanchep, a wonderland of tourist interest and underground caves. With boating on Loch McNess an irresistible appeal. Scenic hills rise from the coastal plain. Memorial gardens and a bathing pool are the attractions of yet another beauty spot. Most welcome too is the atmosphere of charming hills hospitality. The glamour glow of night. Drive-in movies are immeasurably popular in the bohemian comfort of the family car. Cinema, projected in the best outdoor style. Evening diversion, as varied as the fancy, presents a vivid kaleidoscope of dazzling show displays that illuminates the night sky. Morning brings a change of mood. open season for speedboats on the finest inland waters in Australia. An aquatic playground matched only by the scenic splendor. Yachting, from early spring to late autumn, favors glorious regattas as boat crews rendezvous on the Swan. Gentle and gracious, Perth makes its appeal with a delightful flair as the city on the Swan.